For long-time ARMYs, seeing the boys cry can be both heartbreaking and relieving. I say this because there can be a lot of reasons behind their tears, and while crying is mainly associated with bad times, BTS has also shed tears because of happy moments, or when they can't help but feel so much love and immense gratitude for their fans. In the case of Jungkook, the Golden Magnet shared some of his most intimate moments with ARMYs since debut, and when I say intimate, I mean moments when he might feel vulnerable, sad, happy, or just whenever he is filled with so much emotions, he ends up crying. Well, today I'll be bringing you some of those moments, and yup, you better get your tissues ready because I bet you'll be crying together with JK by the end of this video. Okay, let's get started. ARMYs know how much Kooky loves his mom.
진짜 소름 돋는 게 딱
I mean, do you remember how he held her hands during his high school graduation ceremony? Anyway, my point is the Magnet is very affectionate when it comes to his mother, so it's no surprise when he started tearing up when he mentioned her during one of their variety shows. J-Hope and Kooky were actually in the kitchen when JK started tearing up because he was cutting onions, and while this is the main reason why the Magnet got a little teary-eyed, things got emotional when he mentioned how he misses his mom. Jungkook even tried to play it cool by asking how his mother can cut onions without crying and that onions from New Zealand make people cry a lot. Ah, he's just precious.
뭐 봐요 빨리 먹고 싶어요. 와. 왜 매워?
Next up, we have moments during concerts, and yes, the boys get pretty emotional by the end of every concert, but Jungkook in particular tends to feel a lot more compared to his youngs. There was even one time JK broke down during their 2019 Love Yourself concert in Singapore because he thought he didn't do well. Since we all know Jungkook wants to make sure that their ARMYs have a spectacular show, it's only understandable that Kooky is very harsh to himself, especially when it comes to his performance. Luckily, his youngs are there to cheer him up. I mean, look at how Jimin gave him a hug, not to mention how Hobie consoled him through his comforting words, and you can't tell me you didn't tear up when you saw this. Like, these guys just love each other so much. Moving on, there are also multiple times JK wasn't able to hold his tears during concerts. Few of the most emotional ones are when Jungkook was literally having a hard time holding himself together when they finished their final performance in Brazil way back in 2019. When asked why he cried so much, Kooky shared how grateful he is for ARMYs who cheered for them in Sao Paulo. There was also a time when J-Hope had to collect their Magnet because he was crying so hard during their successful Wembley Stadium concert. But was there even a person who left that stadium without crying? Because come on, it was the night BTS cried. We cried and everybody cried. I mean, look at him, he looks so small in Hobie's arms. However, I think one of the most emotional moments Kooky had during a concert was when he wasn't able to hold his tears back when he made eye contact with Jimin. Jungkook was actually trying so hard not to cry. This fan even shared how the Magnet was smiling and listening intently while his members were sharing their messages, but the plan ultimately failed when he came face to face with Jimin and just burst into tears. Like, all his emotions just exploded after seeing his member's face and the way Jimin immediately cups Jungkook's face. It's impossible not to cry. And while we all know the Magnet is feeling super emotional because of ARMY's love, it's just impossible not to cry along after seeing the look on his face. Well, there's nothing wrong with shedding tears once in a while, and we all know that the boys are very candid when it comes to their emotions. Kooky is no different, and ARMYs are very grateful since he trusts them so much, to the point he isn't afraid of letting his fans see his emotions overflow, and we love him for that. How about you? Do you have any moments you want to share? Don't hesitate to comment them down below. Also, make sure to give this video a like and stay tuned for more. See you next time!